First and foremost, Jyoti, values in life are character. And there's a saying in English, if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. And if character is lost, what is lost? Everything. এই জন্য বলে ক্যারেক্টার অ্যাসাসিনেশন। যদি আমি একজনের দিকে বলি এই ভদ্রলোক তো বাজে লোক, পুরো একটা স্টার্ট স্প্রেডিং ওয়ার্ডস অ্যাবাউট হিম, একটা ক্যারেক্টার অ্যাসাসিনেশন করে whose face is connected in the environment that we live in. Or people start speaking ill about it. But if he's a true person, he will stand out and what is you and your shadow follows is character that you have. So, what is character all about? It is about moral and ethical reactions. That is your ethics. যা শিক্ষা আপনারা গ্রহণ করেছেন throughout your life experience, from your parents, from your teachers, from your environment, from your friends. They are all put together and that is your character. So, I just take 30 seconds to look at the slide. And other than this, let us have 5 people telling me some other good facets of character other than these. দেখা যাচ্ছে এইগুলো ছাড়া please step forward. Yes, good. Yes, somebody else?
Community, brotherhood.
Good, community and brotherhood.
Polite.
Polite is not there. Yes.
Discipline.
Discipline, yes.
Responsive.
Responsive,
Empathetic. Empathetic.
yes. Be empathic, be sympathetic. मेरे छोटो बेटा, follow. Something good about your father's character, other than this. I know he's a good man, but he spoke about you. He's a lovable person. Loving, yes. Caring, responsible. That is what your father is. Right? So, there is no end to this lesson. This lesson is unending. And why is that important? Because this is the most fundamental competency. And as you go down, character will have 5 pillars, which you talk about if you course. So, character is basically value, your social behavior, personal behavior, and is what you feel. It is no use in life of talking big, mathay, brain and owner. That is not true character. That is that your character, there is some flaw. Your thoughts and your actions have to meet. And your commitment has to be towards the focus. Somebody said, it is not that you can't amend yourself. You know, when you are born, you are totally blank, like a blank CD. It is what you see, what you learn, that comes into you. But then you can learn on your own also. What is character, how you can develop. So what is good character? Like after somebody was honest, truthful, autonomous, be responsible, self-management, self-discipline. It is, character comes like in the army. আমরা বলি ডান্ডা মারকে সিধা করকে রাখো। That is, you are being trained to be disciplined. That person may not be self-disciplined. যে ওর কর্নেল সাহেব চলে গেল, have a So that is not. That responsibility should come into that soldier or to that person. Yes, I am standing in a place of duty. So that is called self-discipline. When you have attained that level, that means your character has reached that level where it is optimal. Then socially also you should be accepted. It is not only that আমি একটা ভালো লোক discipline করি, but with others I do not judge. There are people who are loners. So you should be social, you should be loving, this is benevolent, compassionate, you should be able to think of the other's problem as your own problem. When you put yourself in others' shoes, then only you can feel the pain that that person feels, because then the shoe starts pinching you. Your shoe is always comfortable on your feet, but that person's shoe does not fit you, so you know what is the problem. And being courteous, yes, you should be bhadra, shubho, baঙালিরা সবাই ভদ্র. That is why we are called bhadralok. So we should stay as that. And at the end is trust. Trust is something which, if lost, loses majority of the battle. And these are the causes which prevent good character. May be hereditary, yes, কিছুটা hereditary হয় যা বাড়িতে থাকে. Children are basically a reflection of their parents. যা দেখে সেই শেখে. There is some link somewhere. It happens. Early experiences, modeling by important adults and older youth. Seniors there, জিনিসটা দেখে শেখে, that transmits on. That is called peer influence. Basically what you see throughout your life, you imbibe those beliefs, those concepts into you, and you feel that that is right. ওগুলো মাথায় etch হয়ে যায়. And then environment, then social media, communication media is there. We start following what is there on the various media platforms, which at times is not correct. So you have to judge between what is wrong and what is right. And then obviously the school, whatever is thought and specific situation, the school is generally 99.999999 in the end, ভুল জিনিস কেউ শেখায় না, কোনো টিচার ভুল শেখায় না, কোনো স্কুলে cheating করতে শেখায় না, but it is the situation which causes the competition, which causes you to do the wrong things, which at times is wrong. It is better to fail once than be successful in a wrong way. A lot of people will think otherwise, but that is what I think, and that is what others think. And there are people who have failed once. It is not that they have not become successful. They have reached the heights of success. Like, I'll just give you, it is not that wrong or right, like our own president. কেউ পড়েছে ম্যাডামের বাড়িতে লাইফ হিস্ট্রি, যে আমাদের প্রেজেন্ট প্রেসিডেন্ট, she has had a very sad life. She has lost her children, she lost her husband. She is from a very backward place in Odisha, but due to her values, initially I will myself tell you, I will accept it. When she was made the president, I commented about her, but then when I read about her and I have been following her videos, she is a woman of value. If somebody makes a statement about her looks, then that man or woman needs to look inside herself first. To comment on a person of such high ethics. She is not a politician. She's been a governor. She's been in the political world, but she has not been a politician. So, cutting it here, how can you measure some character? Anybody? How can you measure character? Whether I'm a kitchen how that I have got a good character, bad character. Yes, sir.
Mostly, the way he carries himself forward.
Yes.
That means
His
he
career.
must see his internal and the external behavior.
Yes. So, his knowledge that he possesses, and is it appropriate to his age that he is behaving? আমরা কিছুদের বলি না বুড়ো লোক বাচ্চা কি বাচ্চা হচ্ছে, so it has to be related to his or her age. Now I will not expect this little girl to behave in something which madam may be, but then if I behave like her, it will show my folly. Then your values when you are talking, your commitment expressed, written plan, yes, your writing, and your personal and overt behavior.
So, would you like to elaborate on these written plans? What do you mean by that?
Written plans mean your writing skills, how you can, because when you write, there is,
How it can measure character?
yes, why not? And what did I say about your cognitive knowledge? Your knowledge and written plan are interlinked to each other. Now, when I ask you on a topic, you say, Kandana, when I tell you to write, you're not able to write or speak or put it down in words. So that gives out your skills also, it gives out the character also, and also what you know. Because like I said, the more you read, the more you learn, the more your cognitive knowledge goes up, and you can talk on various subjects. May not be on international relations or may not be on philosophy or physics. It is on your generic writing and your written behavior. There's something called written behavior.
So, sir, my
Yes, sir.
question is, he may be a knowledgeable person, he can write down everything, but how can we know that he is a good character or bad character?
Which one? From?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
What did I say? You are committing that you know about a topic and then you are writing it down. So what did you say? That you know about it.
He has a
But then you-
vast knowledge in whatever.
He may have vast knowledge about this thing, he'll write it down. He has got poetry skills, he's got little skills. But then you are committing that you know something or don't know something. I tell you to write about Isaiah.
That it may happen that if man
This is
may not
just
be a
one-
good character, but he know everything.
Character does not mean that he's a womanizer, he's a drunkard or this thing. There are many facets of character when we come into that. There is integrity.
Integrity.
That will also come here. That is what I am coming to. Yes, it is not only character is about a man or a woman is not
Yes.
these 3-4 things. One of the best drunkards can be a very good man, compassionate. Yes, that is his drawback which he should overcome. Please attend to it. Yes, sir.
স্যার এটা জিজ্ঞেস করছি
বলুন।
মনে করেন একটা স্কুল যদি কোনো তার বাচ্চাদের ক্যারেক্টার মেজার করতে চায় and if they follow these principles সেখানে এই রিটেন প্ল্যানস বা এগুলো কিভাবে সাহায্য করে? মানে আমার মনে করুন প্রধান শিক্ষিকা বা প্রধান শিক্ষক চাইছেন যে কারণ আপনি মেজারমেন্টের কথা বলছেন তো তার মানে একটা কোয়ান্টিটিভ অ্যানালিসিস হতে পারে কোয়ালিটেটিভ অ্যানালিসিস হতে পারে এভাবে তো আমরা
This is quantitative.
আচ্ছা কোয়ান্টিটি যদি করি তাহলে সেখানে রিটেন প্ল্যানসটার কি ভূমিকা
Written plans because how well he can write, how well he has imbibed the knowledge. He may have understood, but then he will not be able to write it down. Please, follow. It is interactive session.
Thought, clarity of thought comes only with specifically writing, because you may or আমরা জানি বা না জানি আমরা অনেক সময় জানি না এটা ভালো এটা খারাপ যখনই লিখছি যখন
ভাড়া করে দিতে পারছি
তখন সেখানে আমি ইনভাইট করছি যে এই জিনিসটা লিখেছি
It is your thought process that is
আমি
coming.
লিখে ফেলেছি আমার থটে আছে বাট আই মাস্ট চেঞ্জ ইট ওইখানে
And then,
একটা হচ্ছে একটা সেলফ মেজারমেন্ট বা কেউ যদি আমার মেজার করে
and then secondly is, when you are writing, it is not an essay. These are written plans or thoughts about what you feel about it, how you analyze the problem. And when you are analyzing in a correct way with your correct views, like there are people, some of them say Hamas is not a militant group. Some people say Hamas is a militant group. Yes, that man feels Hamas is not a militant group. He has his
own points.
points to support it. I have my points to support why it is a militant group. In his environment, he is correct. Environment, I am correct. And in the general environment, depending on the situation, both can be correct. But then when you are thinking on a higher plane, yes, it is a thing. So this point, you should be able to put up in public. এ নয় কি এখানে সবাই বলছে না 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 আমি বললাম না বলে সেই লিখলাম no, it should be your own thoughts that you're writing, not cheating. So that is what it is coming.
Sir,
Writing,
I
yes.
have something to say. Perhaps the word that we all have missed out when you have talked about written plans is being arranged, what you are trying to say. Means a person who is of a good character should have some kind of a discipline within himself or herself to keep himself or herself arranged in some way. Just to have that
Having
kind of
exactly what he said is more appropriate. It is this clarity of thoughts, and what I said is to put your thoughts boldly, even if somebody says no, this is right, but if it is wrong, stand up to say or write it down to say this is wrong.
So if I do not have my thoughts arranged in some manner, in some pattern,
That means there is some clarity in your
how
character.
will that clarity come? Like if you just point
Don't
it out-
overcome it.
No. I
Yes.
do not want to overcome what what I'm trying to say is that when you are talking about Israel-Palestine laws, and if someone asks me for that, for example, that day I was teaching at my university, I'm a professor at University of Faculty, when I was teaching. So one of my students, she just stood up and she asked me, "Sir, don't try to be neutral. Say whether you are in favor of Palestine or you are in favor of Israel." She has her own points to be in favor of Palestine.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So she has her points arranged. She has somewhere noted. She showed me, so see, I have my own notes. So I think what he said, I'm completely in support of it. But at the same time, when you are writing something, you have something within you arranged, and that is what you put up in fact. Am I correct? I'm just
You are
trying to
right.
just
You are right. That is showing your clarity of thought because you arrange them in a sequence. It was a good discussion. I hope people have gained from this little discussion about plans and people are clear about it.
না আমি এটা ক্লারিটি অফ থটটা বেশ মনে হয়েছে
Yes, it is correct. You put it in very nice words. That's what I said.
আমারও কিছু ক্লারিটি পেলাম
And clarity of thoughts make you arrange your words in that way.
yes sir
And finally, how can character be developed? Like we talked about communication. When you communicate with people and share your values, that is when you are imbibing the good things of others into you. And then you can move ahead. And those can be basically from various organizations, schools, like here we are interacting. He gave a very good point and explained it in very apt words to everybody. So that now everybody is clear on what written plans exactly are. So values, they can be classified basically into these 5 groups. It is not that you have to be duty bound to be sticking to these points. Ethical and moral value is what is good, what is bad, what is wrong, to be able to think correctly and divide yourself. Whether this is right or this is wrong. If you can think logically onto that, then you are moving in the correct direction in terms of your morality.
So these both are same, right? Ethical and moral.
Yes, ethics is basically moral. Good ethics give you good morals and it leads to a better character.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Regarding this. When you talk about ethics and you say that this is right, this is wrong. Let's say, for example, I have my own set of ethics. I have learned it from somewhere, from some book, from some good personality development, and from my family, wherever, from the society. And another person has got his set of ethics. Now, how will I say that this is good and that is bad?
Now, tell me something.
So what he asks, you like to re-clarify what he
Yeah, he said that suppose I have my own set of ethics
now.
which are differing from his set of ethics.
Okay.
They get A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. There is 1, 2, 3, 1. How will you as a third person divide I am good or he is bad or he is good, I am bad? Now I throw this question to the audience. How?
See, if his set of ethics or his moral values are having a negative effect on the society, then
Yes.
others will tell that they will go.
Environment has to accept your ethics as good or bad. সমাজটা দেখো যতই লোকেরা বলুক আমি সমাজকে এগেইনস্টে যাবো এই করব, you have to live in this society. If me walking down and my ethics say I will bash up this lady, I will say it is good, I am very strong, I am this, that, but is that ethically correct? No. সমাজ এটা accept করবে না, I should be bashed. So it depends on what that value is, what that ethics is. The environment has to accept it as right or wrong.
That means a set of ethics depends on the environment.
Environment, no,
Like sir said,
for the third person.
like sir said that if I have a set of ethics and if it's having, say for example, a negative effect on him and say his peers.
That is bad ethics.
Yeah. Now, how do I measure that is bad? If people say that is bad, I cannot accept that is bad.
সাপোজ মনে করো যে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াতে কন্টেন্ট দেয়, অত্যন্ত জঘন্য কন্টেন্ট দেয়, কিন্তু অনেকগুলো ওদের কিন্তু মিলিয়ন ট্রিলিয়ন ফলোয়ার
Right,
রয়েছে।
exactly.
তো হাউ ইউ ক্যান জাজ? কিন্তু ওগুলো কিন্তু সোশ্যাল পার্সপেক্টিভে অত্যন্ত খারাপ। বাট আই থিংক
Social, that is why
মানে আমি থার্ড পারসন
this is why it is wrong. Million trillion followers, দেখুন, it is because everybody likes to watch trash.
Then we
তাদের আনন্দ পাচ্ছে।
But sir, let's come.
But then ethically it is wrong. Ethically it is
ওটা তো
wrong.
ওটাই বলছে, ওদের কে সেটা বিচার করবে?
হ্যাঁ, স্যার যেরকম
সেটা বিচার নিজেকে করতে হবে।
স্যার যেরকম
সেটাকে নিজেকে বিচার করতে হবে।
যেরকম একটা সিনেমা জুডিশিয়ালি রিলিজ হচ্ছে আরেকটা সিনেমা একই সময় কাউন্টে রিলিজ হচ্ছে,
Yes.
সেখানে 1 লাখ লোক দেখতে যাচ্ছে, বলছি আমরা এটা আর্ট ফিল্ম, এটা প্রিনাউন্সিয়েশনের উপরে বেরিয়েছে। আপনি বুঝতে পারছেন কোন সিনেমার কথা আমি বলছি? আর একটা সিনেমা মানে বলতে পারেন আমাদের ভারতবর্ষের সুপার হিরো রিলিজ করেছে, সেখানে 1 কোটি কোটি লোক সেখানে যাচ্ছে দেখতে। Will I say that that person, because so many people are watching, is a commercial movie, will I call it trash?
No, দেখুন, it is commercial, it is, দেখুন, now you are getting into things between,
স্যার আমি একটু বলতে চাই
হ্যাঁ, বলুন।
আমরা হচ্ছে যে যেতে যাচ্ছে ব্যাপারটা সেটা হচ্ছে যে শুধুমাত্র ফলোয়ার্স বা কত মানুষ আমাকে সাপোর্ট করছে সেটা দিয়ে তো ব্যাপারটা এথিক্যাল কিনা সেটাকে প্রুভ করা যায় না সেটা
সেটি আমি আসছি, এবার আমি সেখানেই আসছি। There are two things, commercial and ethics. What is commercially correct is not ethically right. Your heart has to say this is right. Hey, the trash. There are so many blogs which are nonsense, so many reels which are মানে জঘন্য যেটাকে বলছি, but we have a view to it. But সেই মুহূর্তে আপনি দেখলেন, উনি দেখলেন, আমি দেখলাম, তো 3টে ভিউ বেড়ে গেল, but then I walk up to you and ask, এটা কি ঠিক ছিল? না, এটা ঠিক ছিল, এটা দেখে নিলাম। So everything commercial is not right. We go to see a movie of that superhero, like you said, for entertainment. But to see a movie of Milan Singh, you are not going just for entertainment. You are going there to see and understand some points that he has tried to convey through that movie. And if you understand those points, that means your level of knowledge is also higher. কিছু লোকেরা গিয়ে বললো यार কি করলো জানি না, কিছু গরিব গরিব লোকজন ছোটাছুটি করছে, কিছু হচ্ছে সামথিং সামথিং, বুঝলাম। কিন্তু यार ওই যে রজনীকান্তের ফিল্মটা ডিসুম 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 ডিসুম, that means your level of knowledge is there.
Since you pointed out entertainment, at the end of the day, after
So that like, I come to that also. Later on, work-life balance. Entertainment is also required. শুধু value করলে হবে না, character করলেই হবে না। তাহলে you will reach God, which nobody of us at this stage has even reached. Sorry.
স্যার, বলছি যে আমি ঠিক বলছি, আমি কি করে বলতে পারি? কেউ যাত্রা দেখে আনন্দ পাচ্ছে, কেউ নাটক দেখে আনন্দ পাচ্ছে, বা যে এক্সাম্পল দিলেন রজনীকান্তের ফিল্ম, যে রজনীকান্তের ফিল্ম দেখে আনন্দ পাচ্ছে তাকে আমি কি করে বলতে পারি তার নলেজ এই লেভেলে?
না, আমি সেটা বলিনি।
তাহলে
আমি একবারও বলিনি তার নলেজ এই লেভেলের। He may be a big professor, may be a saint. Why should we go and see a movie of Rajnikant? Why should we Swamis or the students of this Vidya Mandir go and see movies? Who has stopped them? যতক্ষণ না কিছু নোংরামি দেখাচ্ছে। There is nothing saying he's going there for 3 go with that picture. As long as যতক্ষণ নোংরামি কিছু করছে, it is entertainment. He জামা পড়ছে, blue pant পড়ছে, কি সব জানে, 31 dress clothes. But he is entertainment. I am going to see that movie with a blank mind. I am not going to come back and discuss that with my wife or children. We go there, have the popcorn, see the movie, come back. But that doesn't mean that I'm a duffer or you are a foolish person. We are going there for entertainment. But then when you are seeing a movie of value and you are not able to understand the message sent out by that movie, the theme of that movie, then I think we need to learn a little.
So I think that the director, if we are coming directly to the point of cinema, then definitely still cinema is not the topic here. But definitely it is also the work of the director or the people cast and to communicate in that way so that more and more people come.
Yeah, let's be very practical. That is his profession. He is giving you what you want, what the Janta wants. You would like to see some song and dance. You're not going for a Bollywood movie or just stay with your family. But sometimes you would like to see a good cinema also. Like Akshay Kumar. Presently, which all movies that he is doing has a message. Batman, Balloon, Toilet, ইত্যাদি, they all have a message. Maybe a message from a government. Yes, sir.
এই আলোচনার মধ্যে আমার বন্ধুরা যারা বললেন, তো আমার মনে হচ্ছে এই মরাল বা এথিক্যালি কোনটা গুড বা ব্যাড দুটোই আপনি বলেছেন, সেটা বোধহয় কিছু সিচুয়েশনের উপর নির্ভর করে। জাস্ট 1 month বিফোর একটা পেপার আমি একটা অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট নিউজ দেখেছিলাম যে পুরীর মন্দিরে এখন ঢুকতে গেলে হাফ প্যান্ট পরে ছেলেরা ঢুকতে পারবে না বা মহিলারা পরে ঢুকতে পারবে না। তো দেখুন, আমরা যখন ঘুরতে যাচ্ছি, সি বিচে গিয়ে আমি হাফ প্যান্ট পরে ঘুরছি, তা আমার তো মেন্টালিটি খারাপ নয়, আমি ওখানে কমফোর্ট ফিল করার জন্য হাফ প্যান্ট পরে ঘুরছি, একটা হাবাতে জামা পরে ঘুরছি, হয়তো ওই ড্রেস পরে যাচ্ছি, কিন্তু তাতেও তো আমার মেন্টালিটি নয়, আমি তো জগন্নাথ দর্শনই করতে যাচ্ছি, আমার মাথার মধ্যে এরকম নেই যে হাফ প্যান্ট পরে কেন যাচ্ছি। তাহলে সেটা সিচুয়েশন বেঁধে মন্দির কমিটি মনে করছে এটা খারাপ, আর আমি নিজে মনে করছি ভালো। তা এই জায়গায় একটা হয়তো দ্বন্দ্ব আসছে যে কোন জায়গাটা আমি মনে করবো যে ঠিক ভালো, বা ওটা বোধহয় ভুল করে ফেললাম মন্দিরের জন্য।
নাও এই জায়গায় কথা উঠেছে, রিলিজিয়নটা কে বানিয়েছে?
না, এখানে ঠিক রিলিজিয়ান ব্যাপারটা বলছে না, কিন্তু মন্দির কমিটি
গুরুগুলোই বলছে,
বলছে যে
So what?
এই ড্রেস পরে তুমি এসো, এই ড্রেস পরে এসো।
So-called gurus-like the নিয়ম বানাচ্ছে। Are they correct? Always. Every temple has a controversy. Most of the temples have money, the trust যারা আছে তারা সবাই যে ভালো মনে নয়।
সাউথের
এবার আমি একটা কথা বলি, আয়াপ্পা টেম্পলে সাউথে এত মহিলাদের নিয়ে ঝগড়া হলো। What is wrong if a lady goes there who's having her monthlies? Does she become impure? Does her thoughts become impure? No. So these are all divisions, rules. not made by God. God never said, Ayappaji never said this. Or Puri Jagannath, কেউ বলেনি আপনি হাফ প্যান্ট পরে যেতে আপনি নাইটও যাচ্ছেন না। It is by people like us who think they are gurus who are making such rules. Anywhere in the scriptures is it written? No. These are who hold on to their pedestal of power. আমি যদি এখন এখানে বলি ভাই সবাই কালো শার্টে আসবে লাল প্যান্টে আসবে লাল আমি ঘুরতে থাকবো because I feel I own this. There is no good or bad in this. It is wrong. Why can't I went to Bali. সব জায়গায় বাইরে বিক্রি হচ্ছে করতে হবে শর্টস পরে ঢুকতে পারবে না মহিলারা শাড়িও পরতে পারবে না অঙ্গ দেখা যাবে না how does it matter? I think sari is a very decent dress if you are in a very correct perspective. Yeah. So dress has nothing to do with it. These are these dharma guru, ajgare dharma. I am not talking about erstwhile who were near Ramakrishna and all. They never made such rules. Ajgare jara আর এই টেবিলটা জগন্নাথে আগে ছিল না কিছু বছর মানে তার আগে কি ভগবান সবাইকে লাইফে ঢুকতে দিচ্ছিল ওখানে সাডেনলি ভাই জগন্নাথ কি ওদের মেসেজ দিয়ে গেছে সো ইট ইজ রং
স্যার আবার সেমেস গঙ্গাসাগরে তো নগ্ন হয়েই আসে অনেক সাধু আছে
so this is people making rules and regulations. Ethics are personal as long as it is not affecting the society. I may think robbery is good, but then is it good? Other times people have to say it is good.
Sir, everything that morally affects the society may not be wrong, but until
Yes, the society may have taken on to something.
legally affects the society. Now we are some this.
These are some of the social values or the five Yamahas. It is সবাই জানে non-violent, but then every time you cannot be non-violent. Let me be very practical. At least I being an army man will not invite you to that একটা আমার চড় মারলে দাদা একটাতেও মারবে sorry. Yes, I will not like India had the first use of nuclear weapons. But if China hits me with a nuclear weapon, sir, I have got my arsenal, I will. Our Latimer. That is the concept. Truthfulness, self-confidence, celibacy, and own confidence. These are these I will tell you. That because I am also not a guru in these things. This I have been taking lectures upon.
What is Austria?
I am telling you these 5 things. They are ahimsa is non-violence. Then is satya is truth. Then is non-stealing, churi korbe na honesty. And then is brahmacharya is celibacy. And papaya is
Not making leaders.
it is non-possessiveness about that. Do not be so possessive that it becomes over person or the thing, or you cannot, and if it is a material thing that you cannot do without. Like mobile has become a item I think we cannot go over with it. We have to get over it. Like, I'm telling you myself, I'm going to say bad habit, my mobile is in the silent. Now that I'm speaking, my neighbor will say, phone is still, but I'm then controlling myself. Then are the spiritual values. These are the values which will take you to a next level of living. If you can achieve these, then I think you have achieved 80% of being a good human being and the way towards moksha. ম্যাডাম এগুলো সব পাবে, লেখার কিচ্ছু দরকার নেই। আর সব আপনি জানেন, আমার থেকে বয়সে মনে হয় বড়, ইউ বি নোয়িং মোর দেন মি। লিখবেন না, ডোন্ট ওয়ারি, ইউ গেট এভরিথিং। মেলেতে এসে যাবে, মেল আইডির নামটা কারেক্টলি দিয়ে দেবেন ম্যাডামকে পরে। And education values which you pick up as you travel along the path of life. So like Sir was mentioning, you have to have a goal, an idea and a belief. Goal is your personal goal and your goal with your teammates. Ideology which you create from the environment and belief is which makes you feel that you will be successful and this is what I want to achieve. So these are 3 commitments towards what you want to achieve with your values. May it be educational, spiritual, intrinsic, or whatever values. And coming on to building a strong character. First and foremost, you have to think that yes, I want to be a good person. যে মুহূর্তে আপনি ভাববেন কি you want to be a good person, you have got over your fears, got over your failures. Like failure, they say, is the first stepping stone for success. So once you have got over all these heartaches, embarrassment and failures, and you think that you learn from them, after every thing that you do, introspect and retrospect about what has happened, and I am telling you, you will find ways how to correct the thing. ঠিক আছে, এইবারে বলতে চাই নেক্সট টাইম এটা হবে না, and make sure you remember it and do it and improve upon it. I hope I'm speaking some sense.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sure, but don't serve me. You can even call me by name, because I'm speaking impromptu, whatever I a little bit know. People may be here who know more than me. And now, please read this line. এই যে ছোট্ট মেয়েটা এই লাইনটা পড়ো তো। How থেকে?
How can others accept you if you can't accept you?
What does this mean? If I can't accept myself, then how do I expect you to accept me? So, coming on to the same thing, do not think you're a failure. If you think you're a failure, you will never be successful, you will never climb this ladder. And everybody has problems. I think my problems are the biggest. Sorry, she may have bigger problems. He may have bigger problems than even her. So, take every problem, close your eyes. God has His own ways of doing things. Look around you, there are those solutions for the problem. Try to open each of them and see which is the correct one, and open one door and walk through it. You'll find that a solution is there. And that you only learn from the life experiences, that which door to open when you have a problem. When you are down, close your eyes, take deep breath, cool yourself down, do not get stressed. Because when you feel down, you will feel even lower. Look at depression, it cannot die. Can be near regret footing, which is a wrong thing. Think big, think large. You will feel that the world is a much, much, much better place. And if you are working, you will make mistakes. Bhool hobe. But don't make stupid mistakes of going and murdering somebody or this thing. Think before that, if you really want to do it. But if you have failed in a science test, take a check. Study next time and make sure you do well. This goes for you. But don't fail. And then self-improvement is the only thing that revolves around if you have the freedom of thought, trust in the society, happiness, and you're victorious, peaceful in mind, courageous, and automatically success comes to those who are confident. Right? And every day that you do, every small thing that you do builds up or moves towards building your character. Even a small little thing, a pat on the back of your child makes a difference. That shows that you are a responsible father, loving or a mother. Or even if you are rewarding your employees, talking nicely to them, their thoughts about you change. And it goes towards building your own self, your own self-confidence. And finally, if you want to learn, you'll find there are many teachers around you. If you don't want to learn, the best of teachers can't teach you. আমি যদি নিজেকে improve না করতে চাই, because you people have thought that you may learn something from here, you wanted to be a student, so I am standing here in front of you. But if you don't want to learn, somebody said here, কি একটা আলোর বিষয় রামকৃষ্ণ মিশন ফালতু জিনিস বলবে, you will not learn, nobody will appear, nobody will come, nobody will teach you. So the pillars of character are self-esteem, integrity, loyalty, honesty, and discipline. Discipline is self-discipline.